In 1961, Harrison was devastated by a flood. Crooked Creek had overfilled its banks, and it almost destroyed the whole city of Harrison. At the time, it was a very small town, but now it's grown and grown, and many changes have been made. My family, they lived in a different place in a neighborhood called Eagle Heights. My mother, my father, my brother, and my sister, they lived there, and I was soon to come along in 1962. But they had lived on the shorelines of Crooked Creek. They had lived in the neighborhoods that was totally destroyed by the flood. And now Harrison has created the most beautiful park. They dammed up Crooked Creek, and I'll show it to you. It's beautiful. As you can see, the town in the distance there, that right there is the main town with the courthouse sticking up there in the middle. The water was that high. The water totally covered most of the tops of the windows of the buildings. There were people on top of the buildings that were screaming for help because they had come down in the middle of the night trying to save some of the things that they had in their stores, and some were still working late when they got the call. They got the call that the flood was coming. And this is what Crooked Creek used to be. And now they've dammed it up, and it's one of the most beautiful lakes in the middle of a town that you can never go and have a picnic by, that you can go and you can walk around for your health. You can take your children and play there at the playground. And the families come out and picnic. Many town events, city events, I should say, happen here. They have Crawdad Days. And they have festivals of all sorts right here in this whole tremendous park that goes all the way underneath this bridge that goes into town from one side to the other. It just doesn't get much more beautiful than this. But this is one place that I will never forget. As a matter of fact, where my mother and father lived in one of the neighborhood houses that lined the shore of this creek that was here before it was dammed up, that's where my brother was born. It's also where my sister was born. I was the only child of our family that was born in the hospital. And I was born in Boone County Hospital here in Harrison. The very next year after the flood in 1962. I've seen so many changes. I've seen so many changes, but Harrison has persevered. Harrison has overcome so many things, but there's a lot of history and information that you can find online about the flood of Harrison, Arkansas. One of the most beautiful places, and the place where I was born. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.